6-1 is Casa Camigo, who wants a good pace to aim at. Then you got Western Duke 9s into 8-1. Competitive race this as they assemble down at the start.
It is indeed. Mark Usher is alongside me, sends out point in time here. Eddie and I were just reminiscing with you about Newbury and saying how we were gutted when she just got touched off there, and you said, shockingly enough, so was I. But that's an example of what heart she's got, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, I thought she'd won for a second that day, do you know what I mean? And to be reversed on that was difficult to take. But on the other hand, she's a very, very game filly. That was 1.5 miles, I think, that day. And she won 1.5 miles last time at Newmarket. On soft ground, and she's by Champs-Élysées out of Motivator Mare, so you would have thought she'd stay. But the point about running her today is we're not going to winter campaign her, we're just going to see if she stays, and if she stays it gives us a little bit more sort of for planning next year, etc.
I wondered if being a course winner here, whether this might be the start of a winter on the all-weather, but not. Is this likely it for the season, whatever happens?
This will be it, whatever happens, yeah. I mean, she likes Kempton, she won here, she leans a bit to the right under pressure, but it's just a matter of finding out whether she stays or not. We think she's bred to stay, but if she does, it's sort of it gives us more options for next year.
And that unknown quantity trip-wise, does that change the way you approach the race?
Well, we're drawn slightly wide, so we give her a chance, you know what I mean, and just ride her for a bit of luck towards the end, I suppose.
I'll let you go and watch it.
Okay,
it's great behind you, Mark. Thank you very much. Best of luck here. That's Mark Usher, sends out point in time. Wish him all the best. And she will be going into stall number 9 under Jason Watson. It was Holly Doyle on board that occasion. She just got touched off a few starts ago at Newbury. It was a competitive little race on that occasion. And well, she really does try, that filly. We wish her all the best. Past Master is 9-4 now from Pirate King, who's 7-2. Past Master, we were talking at the top of the show, who probably has the strongest form coming into it. I suppose the question is, where is he after 61 days off, and where is he with regards to translating that turf form to the all-weather?
Yeah, there's questions to be answered. Most of these have got question marks about the stamina, just because they've never run over the distance, and Past Master's one of them. He does shape as though he ought to stay well. He won. He had Rydan some way back in 4th when winning at Goodwood 2 outings ago, and then ran well in a better race at Yarmouth last time, and perhaps pace was a problem for him there, so the extra distance I think ought to suit. But 9-4 says he'll definitely stay, and I'm afraid that's too short for me. I think he's entitled to be favourite.
Is this trip more of a plus for Pirate King than last time?
Well, possibly. Will he actually reverse the form with Mackisard? I thought Mackisard shaped as though he'd stay this distance, and he's a bigger price.
Pirate King now on second start for Charlie Fellows. Another one going forward there is Jersey Wonder for Jamie Osborne and Tom Marquand. Who do you want to come to next?
I just mentioned Jersey Wonder was very, very fractious before he was mounted, and I think he was keen last time, and I think this is going to be a problem for him in the race if he behaves as he did in the paddock, which was take a strong hold.
That is point in time going forward. Casa Camigo is a 13-2 shot under Kieran Fox.
Yeah, I thought he found the step up in class a problem last time, although he was ridden from a long way back in a steadily run race. That could have been more of a problem. But he does stay very well, and that'll be in his favour. He's up in, he's in this higher grade again, and he could beat the Class 6 opposition. I'm not so sure when he's up against this class of horse.
Western Duke is a previous course winner. I think that came over 1.5 miles. Hasn't been seen for 88 days.
Always shines in the paddock and does so again. He looks well on this comeback, and he's got course winning form over shorter. I mean, it's an if. If he gets the trip, he's certainly got the class to win a race of this nature.
That is Rydan going forward. Just top of shot, point in time is looking less than willing. What about Rydan?
I think he won this race 2 years ago. He's a little bit higher, so he's generally consistent and does stay.
Mackisard has gone forward and Azari moves on. It's just point in time. It was proving a little bit tricky, but she's going to be fine. She knows what she's doing. She goes forward into stall number 9. There's just a couple more out the back. One of them is Batter Marathon for John Ryan under Luke Morris, and just the one more to go forward. Benissimo's got a little way to get there, but hopefully we'll go forward into stall number 2. Yeah, we made up a bit of time, made up a load of time. William Carson is looking for a double on the day. Last one going forward, John.
Indeed, Tom, thank you very much. Pianissimo into stall 2, completes the lineup now. We're ready. They're off. So they jump away. with 2 miles in front of them, and Adam Kirby working pretty hard early on Passmaster. I think he wanted to make the most of that inside draw, and he just pushed and shoved for a while to get up into about 4th or 5th place in the early stages. Jersey Wonder is the leader here from Casa Comigo in 2nd place, and Passmaster makes the turn just 3rd now, ahead of Azari, who's in 4th. Pianissimo and Pirate King, they're the next pair, and after those two there'd be another length and a half to Western Duke, with Raidan on his outside. Point in Time settles at the back of the field with Macky Sard, and the back marker in these very early stages is Battle of Marathon as they move into the home straight for the first time. This is the Get Switched On with Matchbook Handicap, and they've covered the first half mile. Jersey Wonder is the leader down the straight for the first time. Jersey Wonder from Azari in 2nd. Casa Comigo in 3rd, Red Jacket against the rail. Passmaster, the grey horse, in 4th. Pianissimo and Pirate King are still together, 5th and 6th, ahead of Western Duke and Raidan. And then Point in Time next to Macky Sard. Battle of Marathon is still the back marker, and they've got exactly a circuit to go. Jersey Wonder still cuts out the running as they swing now away from the stands to the far side of the track. Azari 2nd, with Casa Comigo in 3rd place, and Passmaster still 4th on the outside of Pianissimo, who turns into the back straight in 5th place. Behind Pianissimo is Pirate King. Western Duke and Raidan, those two have been racing partners throughout. They're still absolutely together as well as they head down that far side of the track. Point in Time is still with Macky Sard at the back, and Battle of Marathon is still our back marker. There's been very little change in the order throughout the first half of the race. They're now into the second half of it, with still the thick end of 6.5 furlongs left to run. Jersey Wonder with the lead. Jersey Wonder, Azari. With in 3rd place, Casa Comigo. Adam Kirby, Passmaster, still right there. Adam has just come to the outside, though, having been on the inner for a good deal of the trip so far. Two of them on the outside who just nudge each other. Battle of Marathon and Pirate King was rather shuffled back there, short of room. Pianissimo to the inside, and then comes Western Duke, Raidan, Macky Sard and Point in Time at the back of the field. And now they have 3.5 furlongs left to run. They're about to move into the home straight. The leader, Jersey Wonder, trying to make all, pursued by Casa Comigo in 2nd place. Azari's flat out under pressure. Battle of Marathon there on the outside. Passmaster's trying to fight back with Pianissimo, and then switch to the outside Pirate King, who's had a pretty rough old passage through. Western Duke staying on, and Point in Time passing a few as well. Jersey Wonder, though, has pressed the button from the front. Leads here from Casa Comigo and Pianissimo in the stripes, coming home pretty strongly. Point in Time shaping well in behind those. Jersey Wonder, can he cling on from Pianissimo as they come close home? Jersey Wonder, Pianissimo gets him late in the day. Pianissimo, Jersey Wonder, followed then by Casa Comigo and Point in Time.
Pianissimo wins, son of Teofilo, just 3 and a double on the day for William Carson. It's been a good day so far. It's been a good week and a bit as well. That's the 3rd up since returning. William Carson, 20-1, this one for Anthony Carson, as was the first of his winners back. They rode a big price winner for David Ellsworth earlier on, 51 that horse, and this horse has got rolling, chasing long-time leader Jersey Wonder. I thought Tom Marquand had judged it pretty well. Point in Time far side, she probably has stayed for all, as she couldn't. No, she. Well, I'll let you lead off with that. Has she or not?
I don't think she has. I think she's been ridden to get the trip, and the fact that she didn't absolutely pick up late on. I thought her run had come to an end by then. They've got no real gallop, have they? As you say, Tom Marquand has ridden a nearly perfect race from the front. It was perfect, really, but he just didn't have a horse with quite enough to last out. Considering Jersey Wonder was fractious a bit beforehand, he settled in beautifully in front. Tracked by Azari, who's a subtle horse, really. And the red colours, Casa Comigo, ridden more prominently to this time to try and beat this stronger company. Didn't work. Didn't work. The grey Passmaster seemed to be going all right, although Kirby was just niggling approaching the 4. He didn't really pick up as you'd want. whereas the winner is buried away in about 5th place on the rails, doing little work, and gets a perfect run through in the stripes.
Yeah, going the shortest way around. It's 1,070 to 1 double for William Carson today. Big prices all round for his 2 winners, and a nice performance from this one. Could be quite well bought.
Well, let John Gosden do all the work for them, haven't they? He's run it several times, got a win and got handicapped, and they popped it in a handicap and got about a quarter or third or a quarter of their money back from they paid at the sales, and they've got a horse. He had previously looked a little bit funny in the closing stages. Here he's had his head poked in front, absolutely fine, won comfortably, can't go up too much presumably, and stayed well. They've good identification from the Carsons. I don't know whether it's them who bought the horse or the owner or whoever, but stick the horse up to 2 miles, absolutely perfect. He's in his comfort zone all the way round, and he won comfortably.
I did indeed. Pastmaster was somewhat disappointing. She never looked happy. He never looked happy, sorry, late on, and the Pirate King as well. Couldn't really lay a glove on them. There's the winner, though, Pianissimo. William Carson, as we'll see, just goes the shortest way around, hugging that rail, and then waits for the cutaway, and then off he goes. They're switching out. There is the grey Pastmaster. She just doesn't find, does she? He. Why I'm obsessed with him being a filly.
Time is the only filly in the race, but yes, Pastmaster, the grey, disappointing. He's been off a couple of months. He's just not really picked up.
What about the new trip for Pirate King?
He didn't really get into it, did he? He's on the wide outside. He didn't get a good trip. He got a bump early in the race. Bit of a write-off run. It wasn't a strong race, and stamina didn't have to be. You didn't have to have terrific stamina to win the race because they went steady, and the winner has that little quickening touch from his win over a shorter trip at Chelmsford, and he's carried it into this race.
Another Taylor one where you didn't want to have to be making a challenge from too far back.
No, absolutely. A lot of these races today a couple of the races here have been coloured by what's happened early on in the race, and Pianissimo was close enough to strike. Casa Camingo was close enough, but not quite good enough. Jersey Wonder given a great ride from the front, and the others, most of them, weren't quite in the right place.
There is the winning rider. Big race, or big price double today. William Carson, this time on Pianissimo. Let's get the SPs.